I've just been handed an urgent
Time for music.
news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Not news, but an op-ed. The New York Times recently published a list of the 30 greatest living American songwriters. And the music world responded the way it always does when a group of Ivy League critics with no music degrees tell everyone what's great. With immediate, universal, bipartisan outrage. To their credit, the Times did something unusual. A mea culpa. They admitted that the list might have missed a few people. So they opened it up to readers and let 25,000 ballots decide a top 100. The result was a fascinating experiment in what happens when you take ideology out of the equation and just ask people what they actually think. The top 10 was interesting. Willie Nelson came in at number 10. Bob Dylan, number 1. Dolly Parton, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Wonder, all in there. And names like Jason Isbell, Randy Newman, and Tom Waits, who were somehow left off the original expert list, showed up in the top 20. Turns out, regular people are pretty good at this. The original list authors had explained their methodology in a damage control podcast. They got about 90,000 views. Music critic Rick Beato's takedown of that podcast got 1.5 million. The market has spoken. Now, the readers list isn't perfect. No hate to Taylor Swift. I mean, I'm a Swiftie. But Tay-Tay at number 7, ahead of Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton, is what happens when you let the internet vote on anything. And somehow, Noah Kahan made the top 100, while Zach Bryan, who just signed the biggest music rights deal in history, didn't make it at all. But here's the larger point. When you ask real fans who the great songwriters are, they mostly get it right. When you ask a panel of cork-sniffing critics with Ivy League degrees and a thesis to prove, you get a document that needs a follow-up apology podcast. And maybe that tells you everything you need to know about who's actually qualified to make the list in the first place.